This really is the best experience I've had with the Switch 2 since I've bought it. I was looking for something to do with my Switch 2 because like we've been wanting this console for so long and now I finally have it, and honestly, there's not a lot to do with it. I mean, we have the DK Bonanza coming out in a few weeks. Because I have Nintendo Switch Online, I was going to take advantage of the Tears of the Kingdom updates. Let me just tell you, this is the best experience I've had playing a video game in a long time. This channel is sponsored by Memos, more on them later. I'm playing the game at 1440p, 60 FPS, no HDR. I did go play it downstairs on HDR TV and it looks even better, but it still looks fantastic on like the base system, the base setup alone. The loading times are instant. It takes maybe 6 seconds to fast travel someplace instead of the 20 seconds it used to take before. Honestly, the best part about Tears of the Kingdom now is actually Zelda notes. The biggest thing is the end of the game collectathon. And if you've played these games and if you've 100% of these games, you know exactly what I'm talking about. After you're done with the story and the shrines and everything else, you then have to do 900 of this thing. Well, I just saw that I was near this Korok seed, so I was like, you know what? I'll take this 2-second detour and I'll go get this Korok. And that has generally been my mentality throughout this entire time playing this game. And it's such a different experience. First of all, if you haven't played Tears of the Kingdom, but you have played Breath of the Wild, this is what you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for right now. There is no better time to do this. This upgrade costs $10. This is worth the upgrade cost alone. Without NSO, I would buy this. 79 shrines, 284 Koroks, and also 34 light roots. I previously just saved the light roots to the very end of the game, but here I am going through and exploring the light roots because as I explore the light route, well, then I know where the shrine is, and then I'll know where the shrine will be in the future. So I don't need a guide any more than my phone telling me what's nearby right now. And I've been playing in a way that I can clear out a certain area at the time. So like right at the beginning of the game, I did Central Hyrule Field. You notice that there's this huge lack of anything going on there. This route that I did heading toward the Rito at the beginning of the game, I cleared off everything along the route. I had Tullen, and then I started doing my my Lionel grind. You guys saw my video on how to grind up Lionels, right? And now we have one of the most powerful weapons in the game, the Silver Lionel Blade Breaking Point. I've also done this playthrough not using the hover bike. There have been times that I have used it before. If you're unfamiliar, this is the hover bike. It's just 2 fans and a control stick, and it makes traversing the world so much easier. But it takes a lot of the fun and difficulty out of stuff. Also, by doing all the early game Lionel grinding, I'm guaranteed to increase my world experience, and now that's a Captain level 4. I see that there's a Korok seed right up there, but that's like part of that mountain line, which it makes a lot more sense for me to do the top of the mountain than make my way down. So right now I'm just doing the valley portion. By the way, there's this little button right here that if I tap it, it just moves along with me, and that's real nice. At the top, you see Hide Discovered Destinations. If I choose to not have that on, everything that I've already found has a little faded icon. But okay, I'm here, and now I see that there's the yellow icon, which is there's a side quest, so there's someone I need to talk to. These guys? Yeah, hey. You're likely to rest in a cave or some shade by the roadside. Okay, so we'll set that to active, and along the way, we might come across them. And while we're talking about the Switch 2, have you gotten accessories for the Switch 2 yet? Mumba's quality yet affordable cases for the Nintendo Switch 2 are pretty fantastic. I reviewed them here on the channel. They have a slim case that holds cartridges and beautiful soft interior. There's no zippers or anything that's going to bang up your screen. And they also have their heavy duty case that fits their blade grip. Their blade grip, which I reviewed here on the channel as well, actually looks pretty dang cool for a grip, that's for sure. It lets you hold the Joy-Con 2s in a better position, and this case fits it quite nicely. It also has an area for cartridges and an area for wires and slim charger grips. Maybe you're more like me, a homebody that doesn't need that many travel cases, They also make a variety of home accessories, including something to hold your Joy-Con 2 sideways to not help exacerbate your carpal tunnel syndrome, you sweaty gamer. Joy-Con 2 steering wheels that you have better access to the SL and SR buttons in case you want to use gyro, and these are cheaper than the Nintendo brand ones. Something I've been using for the last week and a half is the Mamba charging dock to charge Joy-Cons. It just sits off to the side and charges them. And unlike a lot of the slop that you're finding on Amazon for Nintendo Switch 2 accessories, Mamba provides a 2-year extended warranty on the product that entitles you to a replacement if anything goes wrong. If you want to take a look at Mamba products and they're the right fit for you, take a look at the link down below. Now let's get on with the video. In the years between Breath of the Wild and the events at the beginning of Tears of the Kingdom, Zelda and Link went around Hyrule, and she made little voice memos in her Purapad about things in her journey, and as you go through, you hear all these things.
It was here, in the Shrine of Resurrection, that ancient Sheikah technology preserved Link's life. I was able to clearly sense when he woke from his 100-year slumber, and I am so happy that my voice could reach him.
When you're in the sky, you're hearing Raru's messages. Great example, this island up here, the Lightcast Island where you get part of your Zonai equipment.
This island is a training site for those who carry the power of light. To recall all the times I had visited this place in my youth.
Oh, well, that's neat. I thought this place was just, you know, use some mirrors, do some stuff. Getting that little bit of lore about things, actually pretty great. Oh, and when you're in the depths, it's all Koga.
Aha! Is this the source of that horrible rotting smell? Hey, over there. Those aren't bokoblins. They're Yiga. Guys! Guys!
Blurpy is telling me to go in here. I have some fire Lizalfos. I've been waiting for this. And oh, do I have an ice tail? Pro tip, use an ice Lizalfo tail. Boop. To get fire Lizalfo tails. I take a picture of Lizalfo? Nope, got it now. And then with all the fire tails, use that to get more ice tails. And it's a great pattern like that. We found the guy. But you'll see on the Zelda Notes app, there's also a Booble Gem in here. Oh, I can't forget to go get the Booble Gem. See, like, I forgot so much of the game, but there's little things like that that I remembered, and just having that experience again, See how quickly it updates? I love that about it. And you know, now that I have the Booble Gem, I see that I have the little check mark on the cave. That cave is done. Great, I'm on my way. And once again, back out to the road. And hey, along the way, there's a sign quest that I have to do. Great, let's go do the sign quest so I don't have to do all 60, 80 of them at the end of the game, right? Nope, okay, that needed more support. Plus, helping out Addison along the way, you get little food bits here and there. Sometimes they're great buffs, and if not, just sell them off. Continuing on down the road, and oh, we have a split in the road. If you are redoing this over again, I highly recommend go through and get the travel medallions as soon as you can. You do all the stuff with Robbie at Central Hyrule involving the depths, make your way to Akala, get the travel medallion, and then you get more travel medallions for unlocking the rest of the towers. I've been using it a lot for, here's a fork in the road, I'm going to go both ways. First order of business, Mr. Korok, what is your destination? Is it convenient? Oh, it's right up there. And we have some wood nearby. I'm just gonna do this the cheekiest way possible. Just gonna attach you to these 4 long boards. Hey, I got your friend. That wasn't too far from here, but if it was further, I could have just used my travel medallion and came back. Hey, are you selling stuff? But over here is a cave that we saw on the map, and there's Booble Gem in there. There's Booble Gem in all the caves. Yay, Fire Breath Tail. Boop. First time it's on screen. I'm a real Minecrafter. I forgot about the well. Okay, let's just use the travel medallion to head back. Just see, the fast traveling is so fast now that I'll use the travel medallion to go back that 30, 60 feet because it takes 6 seconds to get there. Figured I would talk about it now. There are other features in Zelda Notes, although navigation is hands down like 90% of it. There's Amiibo that apparently after scanning a certain Amiibo that you have 5 times, you get a bonus, and I don't know what the bonus is. Okay, so my Ocarina of Time link is at 4 right now. So let's go ahead and scan him in for the day. Soldier's Claymore and it's hot garbage, cool. But now I'm gonna hit refresh on here. Bonus earned. Because you used the same Amiibo, I can now scan it an additional time. You do a double scan on the 5th day. That's neat. And we got a Bogoron sword. Second best weapon in the game. It also says 31 of 32, and I thought I scanned all of them. I don't know if it's using the code for the new unreleased Tears of the Kingdom Amiibo. There's also item share, which I was messing around with this, and I would say item share really has 2 uses for yourself. If you did play Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, because both of them work with this, you can load up your old save, and on the Switch 2, you actually have 2 save files. I've been playing my new save file down here. If I go back to my old save, I can deposit 10 items a day with the item sharing in Zelda Notes. Every 23 hours you can do it. And apparently you just can't cheese it. Tried changing the game time, my phone time. I think it might be linked to server settings. But at the very beginning of the game, it's really fantastic for just going through and giving yourself 10 diamonds. So you don't need to grind early rubies, so you actually have armor. Say, for example, to upgrade a piece of armor and you just need a few more things and you don't want to go out of your way in getting those things, like the dragon parts, that there's still not a good way to get them, send yourself over the dragon parts that you duped on version 1.0. You can also get items from other people, but that does take it out of their box. It's not something that you're going to be frequently sharing online. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about the Molduga jaw and the Bogoron sword. And doing that with the bone up, right? The Radiant outfit, that was it. There's also auto build sharing. So you can scan a QR code from anyone in the world and save that as a QR code to then use as an auto build in-game. And there's a lot of wonky stuff going on right now, because apparently there's no control over the QR code. You can inject code in there, and I've seen crazy stuff. Not just builds, but like, here's a herd of Epona showing up. I was actually thinking about recording a separate video just about that. But also, like, I just jumped between 2 games and it was so fast. I love it. Navigation, go back, boom. Right where we were picking up. And this isn't a desktop experience. Shout out to ZeldaMaps.com. Did absolutely amazing work. The website still has a little bit more useful functionality in some specific use cases than this. But the fact that this is now mobile and you just do it anywhere, like I could be on a plane, because this uses local communication and all the information is on the device, do all of this while I'm taking a flight. I think that's pretty amazing. No, nothing cool? Okay. Oh, party lizard. Okay, worth it. This is a feature that I really ignored when they promoted it, but it's called voice navigation. And this cave, I don't know if it's up the mountain or down the mountain. I just hit this.
Guidance activating. Proceed a short distance north. Proceed northeast and downward.
Okay, need to go down.
Proceed downward. In this vicinity,
Found it.
You have discovered your destination. Guidance deactivated.
I've also seen this go so far as to tell me if I needed to enter a cave in order to fight a certain enemy, rather than just be like, oh, it's gonna be here. No, it navigated me to the mouth of the cave, and then inside of the cave it told me where the stone talus was. Oh, a gnarled long stick. Is it a good one? Long throw, not a good one. And I was literally about to leave the cave, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's right, there's a booble gem. Actually, right here's a better spot for my travel medallion. Zelda Notes, where am I going? So there's a side quest over here. There's a fireplace, so yeah, let's go there. I'm sure this is gonna be important. I just don't know what for yet. Wait, does this want me to build a 6-wheeler? Zelda had something to tell me. There it is. Thanks.
This is where divine beast Varnaboris was found. According to the Gerudo champion Urbosa, controlling the divine beast was similar in practice to how she controlled lightning. Both required considerable force of will. With the divine beast, it was much, much more difficult.
It was harder to control a machine than the power of lightning. Seems weird, but okay. Are those Frostless Alphos? Those are... Great. And I also see that there's a Korok up here. Can I just ascend up? No? Okay. We'll save that for next time around. Hey there, guy. You going my way? Oh, you sure are. Cool. Time to get on the bus, kid. There's a cave here, and I definitely need to go into this cave, so let's take my travel medallion, because I did all that stuff already, place it down there. That way I can make that branch off later. Because I know that if I fast travel away from either the Korok or the crystal, they'll reset location, and I don't want that. First stop, Korok tent. Have I mentioned that I've fallen back in love with this game? Because I really have. This is probably the best game I've played of this year, despite the fact that it was the best game that I played 2 years ago. And now the shrine serves as a place for me to continue my journey forward. So I just go back and make sure I got everything on the path between these 2 points. I don't know, it makes sense in my head, and I've been able to achieve so much more of the game. 286 Koroks. Without, you know, doing a grind fest. I've never gone out of my way just for a Korok, and I think that's what I like most about playing the game this way. Okay, so you're gonna give me a raft. Yay, now the raft is faster. Nice. And because this cave has 2 entrances, you'll see on here that we still have to actually go to this entrance. And now it's done. Great. Oh, when I was leaving the cave, I should have probably just used ascend from the cave. That would have put me at the higher part. See, that's how I screwed up there, Austin. I just wanted to share how much fun I'm having with this and how great of an experience it is. And if you haven't 100%ed Tears of the Kingdom and you have a Switch 2, do it. If you have a Switch 2 and you have Tears of the Kingdom and you've already beaten the game but you haven't 100%ed it, either 100% it or start a new playthrough. And if you haven't played Tears of the Kingdom, but you have played Breath of the Wild and you haven't gotten a Switch 2, wait for a Switch 2 for this experience. Let me know if you want a video on the crazy stuff that people are making with QR code scanner. Leave it in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here. Until next time, Austin John out.